Hey everyone, we're going to do something a little differently today. I'm going to show you some stress relief things I've done in the past, and that involves a lot of drawing. So I'm not going to be sketching anything today. Today we're just going to sit back, make something that's definite and to the point about how we're feeling. I like using a very thick ballpoint pen that's hard to sketch with. The ink will get all over. That way, while I'm drawing, I have to use my brain. You have to use your thoughts about what you're going to create and what you're going to draw. I've been having some issues finding a job lately, so I'm going to put that frustration down in paper in the form of a drawing, however I deem fit. And again, we're not going to try and make a masterpiece. This isn't anything that's going to go to a museum. Maybe I might even throw this away when I'm done. But what we are going to do is just make something that's going to express how we are feeling on the inside. And the way I'm feeling is a little tiresome. I'm feeling a little bored, having to constantly go to all these job interviews and job fairs. So we're going to make this a little more cartoonish than I usually draw. So what we're going to do is draw a guy, more or less me, and he's going to look a little tired, so we'll make this a little cartoonish. Ooh, I'm going to get my pen to work. There we go. Alright. Give him a head for the most part. Come down, give him a nice big cartoony nose. And I dress in a tie and a whole suit when I go to interviews. So we're going to give him a little collar right here. Bump for his tie. The other half of his collar, and then I wear a vest, so the vest begins here and it ends here. Alright, then we're going to finish the tie just like that. I'll color it in right now. I usually draw in black and white. I think it's a little more pretty than using color all the time, and sometimes you have to use a little more creative flex with your brain to portray the same things in just black and white versus using color. So we have the basic sketch of our little guy here. We're going to finish the vest just like that. And we're going to make him look a little tired. So the sleeves to his shirt go down like this. Just going to have them popped up a little bit. He's had a long, stressful day. Rest of his hand's going to curve a little bit, and it's going to go around the handle of a briefcase. Not that I usually carry a briefcase to work or anything like that, but it's pretty symbolic of going to interviews and having a job. So we're just going to do that. We're going to finish up the rest of them over here. Come up on the vest, come back down, slide back over here, and let's see, let's add a couple lines there, and finish up the briefcase real quick. Just nice, steady lines. Nothing too serious here. Go down the sides. It's a pretty classic briefcase. Connect those. And since it's job interviews, most of the time these briefcases are usually just filled with, well, resumes. So we're going to have some papers sticking out over here. Doesn't really matter what order they're in. We'll have a paper fly out over here. Maybe another one down here. There you go. Put a couple buttons on his vest, and let's finish up his head with a hair. So this is kind of my hairstyle. I like that kind of good undercut, but short on the sides. So we're going to make sure to give him some hair up on top. I have a widow's peak, so come in right there. Go right there, and then we'll just make some lines going down. Put a ear. Let's put a Bit of a sad brow line. This other eye sticking out over here. Bit of a grump. That's okay. We'll put a little stubble because I shaved recently, so my hair's growing back. Have a bit of an outline. There we go. Now it's starting to take shape. Fill this in. And we're going to have him handing out some more resumes to people. And again, we're going to do the same thing we did with the cuff earlier. It's a long, tired day of interviews. So he's just handing out papers everywhere he goes. Whole stack of them. I've had a lot of interviews, so I've handed out a lot of resumes out to people so far. And the reason I feel so defeated is because it just feels like some people, you go to the interview and they don't want you, but they still insist on having you stick around, do the whole interview process, which I think is a waste of their time and a kind of a waste of my time, honestly. So finish up the legs here. Just kind of have them thin out towards the bottom. My pant legs are a little long, so we'll cut them like that. We'll make the side of the shoe here, other side here, comes over there. Put a little gloss on the shoe. Put the soles in there. So he's handing out some resumes while they're all kind of falling out. Let's put resu. Oh, I misspelled that. On the side of his briefcase. And he's just handing these all out. Put some header and some lines. They're supposed to represent words on here, just so it doesn't look like he's just carrying around blank resumes, even though sometimes that's how we feel in life. Some things we give out feel blank, like there's not a lot to them. Alright, got that. Alright, let's add some lines to his vest just to give it some color. Going one pattern for the vest. Don't be afraid of messing up if you're following along and you're just drawing your own thing. There's nothing to worry about here. We're not trying to impress anybody. This is just a quick, simple manifestation of how we're feeling in a little illustration. And again, this is a little sloppy. It's not professional. But it's not really made to be professional. It's made to just be what it is. Just a simple little drawing. Being a little defeated, we'll put a little thing up there. I'm not sure what you call that, but there it is. So we'll just put some resumes out all over the floor. Just add this. Add the caption. Waste of time. Period. And again, you always want to sign your work. Alright, well, thank you guys for following along. Hopefully you got something out of this and you enjoyed kind of this little de-stress activity. And again, just make sure you're not trying too hard to make a picture it's going to go in a museum. Don't put too much thought in behind it. Just make something that shows how you feel. You don't need to show anybody. All you have to do is show yourself your work. Because when you show yourself your work, then you can understand better how you feel. And the way I understand how I feel sometimes is not about saving this or anything like that. Sometimes I like to just crunkle the paper up and throw it away. Because it's just a feeling. I'm not making anything super important or impactful. What I am doing is showing myself how I feel and getting rid of all those negative emotions. Alright, thanks for watching, guys.